Good evening, everyone. My name is Lisa Overstreet, and I'm an Assistant Director for the Transfer Opportunity Program. Welcome to our Next Steps webinar for transfer applicants. We have the Q&A feature available for you to ask general questions, but please don't put any personal information into the Q&A. If you have specific questions regarding your grades, GPA, or eligibility, I advise you to reach out directly to your advisor, which can be found using the Find My Advisor tool on the UC Davis undergraduate admissions website. We are recording this session, and I'm here with some of our student outreach ambassadors. So we have Haroon here, as well as Mallory. They're going to be helping out with the Q&A. And then my colleague, Emily Burt, is here as well. So let's go ahead and get started with this. Oh, and if one of you can put into the chat the Find My Advisor tool so that everybody knows how to find that, that would be very helpful. So you've selected your campuses, submitted your application, paid your application fees. Now what? You still have a few more items to cross off of your list. In this session, we're going to go over the transfer academic update, setting up your My Admissions portal, financial aid and scholarships next steps, and we will review important dates and deadlines. You will be notified via email to submit a TAU. It is scheduled to open December 15th. The priority deadline is January 31st to submit it. By logging back into your UC application, you can see when your application was forwarded to the campuses, as well as access the Transfer Academic Update, which is the TAU, form once it's available. The TAU is required for both tag and non-tag applicants. Failure to submit the TAU will result in a voided tag, and the UC application will be subject to cancellation. Aside from the TAU, you can make only a few changes to your application once it's submitted. You can update your contact information and your exam scores. You can also apply to additional campuses if they're still open. So UC Davis, Riverside, Santa Barbara, and Santa Cruz have all extended their application deadlines for transfer students until January 15th. To make any of these changes, go to Application Status. So even if an applicant is not currently enrolled and all information was submitted on the original admission application, all transfer applicants are required to submit the Transfer Academic Update. The next couple of slides are screenshots of what the TAU notification will look like and also what you will need to fill out. If you are not enrolled for fall 24 and/or spring 25, you must provide an explanation in the comment box. Even if you already provided this comment regarding this in your UC application, you do need to provide it again in the TAU. If you are currently enrolled, submit your fall grades from 2024 and confirm or update your winter and/or spring schedules. The deadline to submit the initial TAU is January 31st, but as long as it continues to remain open, you can make additional updates if you need to. That being said, it is not guaranteed the campuses will review your update after January 31st, so be sure to get it in by the deadline. You will need to update this section of the TAU regarding minimum requirements. For example, English and math. IGETC is not a requirement for transfer to the UC system. It's highly recommended, so if you are unsure if you will be meeting IGETC requirements, now is a good time to check in with your transfer center counselor to review the process to file for IGETC and/or adjust your spring semester courses to add any missing coursework. You should be able to find all of this information on your transcripts or in your community college student portal. If you're having trouble finding this information, reach out to your community college counselor for advice. Students should be in good standing at any prior UC campus they attended, as well as their last school of attendance. However, indicating yes for academic probation does not automatically disqualify a student for admission. So this is the confirmation of completion of the TAU. Check the email associated with your UC application frequently, as admission representatives from campuses may ask for additional information or clarification of information in your application and/or TAU. For all of you applying for this fall, the TAU submission date will be the date you submit the TAU. If you have questions regarding your UC application or TAU, please contact the UC Application Center via phone or email to assist you in this process. If you're going to email them, I do advise you to add a screenshot of the application section you are inquiring about to help them understand what it is that you need help with. All of the schools you applied to will send you an email with your student ID. During that process, please make sure to write them down and keep them organized so you're not constantly checking your email for them. If you apply to UC Davis, you will receive your UCD student ID via email. Once you receive it, you can go to the My Admissions login page to set up your account. Once you click Create Your Account, you will have to fill out the information above in the form, then click Continue. This is what your account will look like. If you have deficient grade updates or changes to your schedule after the TAU closes, this is where you will report them. It's also where we will notify you of your admission decision. We notify transfer students of their admission decisions between mid and late April. After the TAU closes, you must directly report schedule changes and deficient grades to each campus you applied to. For UCD, this is done through your My Admissions portal. So now let's talk about some next steps for financial aid and scholarships. A variety of aid is available for all income levels. Whether or not you think you are eligible, we highly encourage you to apply for financial aid each year. The annual priority filing deadline for state and university grant consideration is March 2nd. This application cycle, the deadline is March 3rd because the 2nd falls on a Sunday. Applying begins with the free application for federal student aid, which is the FAFSA, or the California DREAM Act application, the CADA. Both applications are free. The information provided on your FAFSA or CADA is used to determine your financial aid eligibility. Your application for admission to the UC system is also your scholarship application. So the majority of UC Davis scholarship consideration comes directly from your UC application. But there are lots of other scholarships out there that don't come directly from us, and you can start doing your research on outside scholarships now. The UC Davis Financial Aid and Scholarships website posts a list of outside scholarships as they become aware of them. This is a great place to start your scholarship search. There are also many scholarship search engines you can use to find scholarships. We listed a few search engines for you here, and I'll give you a moment to take a picture of this so you can save this information. But if one of you want to put in the chat for me this website that's here on the slide, that would help as well. The Avenue E program is a retention program in the College of Engineering at UC Davis. If you attend an Avenue E partner college and applied to a College of Engineering major at UC Davis for fall 2025, you may be eligible for the Avenue E Scholar Award. The deadline to apply for the Scholar Award is January 5th, 2025. Some potential benefits of applying for the Avenue E program while at your community college are a $1,000 Scholar Award during your final semester of community college, helpful information and support throughout your last year of community college, and invitations to Avenue E events, activities, and virtual campus visits. Individualized guidance through the transfer process as well. Balancing school, work, life responsibilities, and transfer deadlines can be overwhelming, but the key to success is to stay up to date with the admissions timeline. Upcoming deadlines are to submit your TAU by January 31st and your FAFSA or CATA by March 3rd. The UCs notify students of their admission decisions between March and April. UC Davis typically notifies transfer students of their admission decisions mid to late April. The UC system commitment deadline for transfers is June 1st. So if you are admitted and want to attend a UC, you must submit your statement of intent to register no later than June 1st. So make sure to print a copy of your UC application and check your email and spam folder regularly. Register for spring 2025 coursework as soon as you are able to register. Study and do your best to earn the highest grades possible. If you're not doing well in a class, reach out to your UC Davis advisor to strategize through your next steps. Work on your FAFSA or CATA and apply for outside scholarships during your winter break. Prepare your records, your high school transcripts, and previous college and university transcripts, and that includes both domestic and international, as well as your AP and IB scores. If you will be submitting paper copies of any of these items, they must be kept in the original sealed envelope in order to remain official. If you are admitted to any UC campus and commit to attending, all of your official records will be due no later than July 1st. And must include all grades through the spring 25 term. If you are admitted to UCD and submit your statement of intent to register, you will receive instructions in your My Admissions portal on all records that are required and how and when to submit them. Do not send us your transcripts prior to submitting your statement of intent to register or with spring coursework still listed as in progress. Complete your immunization requirements. These requirements and instructions will also be posted in your My Admissions portal. If your school offers winter session, see if you can take some of your courses in the winter to lighten up your workload for spring. All right, it's now time for Q&A, so we'll do our best to answer as many questions as we can, but if we're not able to answer all of your questions today, you are more than welcome to reach out to your assigned advisor using the Ask My Advisor tool.